Greetings, exiles, and it's time for a journey in Path of Exile 2. As soon as I saw the new ascendancy, then I immediately decided that I wanted to try it. And after I saw the patch notes in which the developers buffed Essence Drain, my starting build came into its own. I want to say right away that it was the right choice and the campaign was very smooth and I didn't find any problems. We can use our combination with Essence Drain and Contagion almost from the beginning. And at level 31, when we gain access to Dark Effigy, our single target problems come to an end. Although I know that my campaign experience is rather an exception and most players had problems with the campaign and for them it was a struggle. Anyway, now I'm a Lich. Sounds awesome. Speaking of which, this is a very strong ascendancy node that solves all our mana problems and makes gameplay very enjoyable. My first purchase. Pretty good wand. And my new amulet. Very nice. I always get excited when I get that stupid bird in a Trial of Chaos. Again? No way. Finally, the right boss. And more ascendancy nodes. I think I need a new body armor now with some energy shield. Just what I need. Wow. That's a cool wand. Nice upgrade. Speaking of which, if vendors are the best source of items in the game, and monsters drop 0 items, there's something wrong with your game. Just thinking out loud. Good loot. In this game? No way. Looks like I found my new helmet. Finally. The campaign is over and it's been long and boring, not gonna lie to you. But I hope the boring part of the game is over and now the real fun begins. Right? At the end of the campaign my gear looked like this, and I think it's pretty good because I didn't have any problems in the early maps, or waystones as they are called in this game. And Essence Drain with Contagion felt very good. And the more I play this build, the more I like it. It's not the fastest build, but it's pretty cozy. I also decided to use a shield instead of focus in the beginning. This of course reduced my damage, but the shield with almost 40% block chance increased my survivability significantly and I almost never died. Let's get some upgrades for this build. Unique armor. Best in slot, especially when you consider its cost. New ring. Life, resistance, and strength. Crappy ring, but I need strength for armor and my budget is limited. New jewel. Wow. This is the jewel. Very lucky. I also need this unique helmet. No luck. I'll have to buy it. Back to the maps to pick up pennies, or to be exact, earning currency. What do we have here? Very interesting. I love this strongbox. I also found a key like this. I wonder what it opens. Scam. Same as in Path of Exile 1. Now that's a real tink. Thank you. I need this for my build. Now I can add one last support gem to my Essence Drain. And that would be Chain. It doesn't increase our damage but adds quality of life, and mapping with a chain support is very comfy. It's time to change my wand and amulet. A new wand. With plus to level of all chaos spell skills, chaos damage, and cast speed. Amulet with plus levels and some good stats. Let's try to fix it. It didn't work. Third lab. And a new jewel. No way. Another big tink. Cool. The new unique strongboxes are really fun. And this is my favorite strongbox. I'm not addicted at all. I can stop at any time. Where the hell is Venter's strongbox? I need another one. Just one. Why can't I find it? Finally. Just what I need. Speaking of which, could the developers please give us the option to put this strongbox in our hideout? I ask not for myself, but for my friend. He really needs this option. Anyway, some of the new features that the developers have added to the game are really fun and interesting. As for my Atlas, it looks like this. As you can see, I decided to try the new strongboxes. They are very fun, but in most cases they are useless and they give zero currency. Unfortunately, in my experience, most of the new options that have been added in this patch are very useless, and I feel that the good Atlas looks the same as in the last league. Atlas with rare monsters and increased effect of explicit modifiers. Also, shrines are very good. Someone will probably find a broken strategy in the future, but for now the new Atlas is boring. Final corrupted Nexus. Cool. But to be honest, it takes a very long time to clear all 15 Nexus, and I feel that the progress of Atlas became slower in the new patch. Well, as for the build, it still pleases me, and from the start I have not regretted my choice. Very good league starter with a good map clearing. Although our single target damage is not very high at all, because in boss battles we need to use totems. Dark Effigy. They have very high damage, but their main problem is that they constantly die and we need to resummon them again and again. And it's quite annoying. While I was making this video, the developers announced these changes. And this is very good news, because in theory our totems will get more survivability and boss battles will be better. At high level Waystones I need more damage, and so it's time to replace the shield with a good focus. Plus levels to all spells, energy shield, mana regeneration rate, and resistance. I also changed my setup a bit. Now I don't use Despair with Blasphemy. I use Despair as self-cast for more single target damage. I also use Enfeeble instead of Despair for more defense. I have a very low amount of energy shield so far, and I need the extra defense. I will not go into detail about this build because it turned out to be quite a popular build, and on YouTube there are already many videos about this build. And essentially all builds are the same, because in the current version of the game the variability of builds is minimal because we do not have good options. So what do we have here? Interesting armor. Not bad. I was thinking of replacing my unique armor with this one, because it gives more energy shield and chaos resistance. But then I changed my mind, because with this unique armor I have a very high energy shield recharge rate. And when your recharge delay is only 1.5 seconds, the big energy shield recharge rate feels very good. So no upgrades for now. I also decided to try some pinnacle bosses to get my first skill points for the Atlas tree. and maybe some lucky drop. I think it's money. But then this happened. I got bored. Awfully bored. I won't yapping and just say that the current endgame in the game is boring, pointless, and unrewarding. Although the developers still continue to release patches with good changes that change the game for the better. But unfortunately, in its current state, Path of Exile 2 is a skip for me. I can't say it's a bad game because it has a lot of interesting moments, but so far it's not my cup of tea. You know what I mean? And the most frustrating part is that I really like the build, but the boring endgame completely kills my desire to play the game. I also have some ideas for Pathfinder, Witch Hunter, and Infernalist builds. But I have absolutely no desire to redo this sluggish campaign. Besides, as I said earlier, what's the point of making a new build if there's nothing to do in the game? So my journey in Path of Exile 2 is over, but I will gladly return to this game when the developers add more meaningful changes. Bye everyone, and see you in the next videos about the best action RPG.